They be like, yo, popping and plant-based. Why is vegan food so nasty? First of all, those are fighting words. If you're vegan or considering going vegan or even have mentioned vegan food before, you have inevitably heard someone say, vegan food is just nasty. I can't, or you got it, or couldn't be me, or ooh, I'm not hungry. But the thing about it is there's no reason for them to act that way because vegan food is delicious. The thing about vegan food is it's food. Non-vegan food is food. Flavor will come out after you've seasoned the food, after you've used that is such a tongue twister. Say after you've used 6 times. It's a lot harder. I mean, it's a lot harder than it looks. This whole YouTube socialite thing, I'm a jig. Like right now, the neighbors are loud and I have a eyelash that's twerking on my eyeball and it's itchy. Vegan food is just food. We're overcomplicating the thing, okay? Food is food and vegan food is food. Meaning, the food is only going to taste as good as you season it. It's only going to taste as good as you properly cook it. If you have not prepared the dish correctly, it ain't going to be good. I mean, let's take something simple. Potato chips. Potato chips are vegan. Plain potato chips. A lot of people don't know that. But plain potato chips are just potatoes and oil and a hot skillet and fried. Oh, and salt, right? Okay, but let's pretend we're gonna make some potato chips, but instead of slicing it thinly, we take a whole potato, we don't even skin it, we don't season it, and we just pop it in the grease. Okay, I'm making potato chips. All right, I'm making potato chips. That thing will be nasty. So that's a perfect example of that is a food that could be vegan or non-vegan, doesn't matter. And if you don't cook it properly, it's nasty. When you go vegan, you have to reteach yourself to cook, right? Because think about it. When you're a little baby and you're coming out the womb and things are cute and then you grow up a little bit, old enough to get up in the kitchen by yourself, you can't just hand that child some oil and some seasonings and some food and say, go at it. I mean, if they're a protege, of course, yes, they're a genius, But any of the other folks, you're going to need to teach them how to cook. So, imagine, like me, I went vegan when I was 21. For 21 years, I've watched people cooking non-vegan food. I familiarized myself with ways of preparing food in a non-vegan way. So I knew how to cook at 21. I was a very good cook by 21. Heck, I was a very good cook by like 7 or something. But I guess that's neither here nor there. And when I went vegan, what was I eating? Beans and rice and beans and vegetables. Child, I didn't even know how to roast the vegetables. Didn't even understand the concept. I had no idea how to cook quinoa. I didn't even know how to deep fry. Okay? But I had to learn as I went through the process of being vegan. So you're going to have to teach yourself how to cook vegetables and cook grains in exciting ways and in ways that are delicious. Here is a hot tip. Seasonings are almost always going to be vegan. And if they're not vegan, they're plant-based. Because, say, for example, maybe, and if they're not vegan, they're going to be plant-based. So, for example, if you want to make some mushrooms that taste like chicken and you want to fry them up, marinate them junks in some poultry seasoning and some buttermilk. You can make vegan buttermilk out of a plant-based milk. So if your almond milk, your soy milks, any of your type of milks, your melted vegan butter, and your apple cider vinegar. When you mix all these things together, they make a buttermilk. Add in your poultry seasoning. Add in your mushrooms. Let that marinate. Take that out. Pat that dry. Put it in your wet batter, your dry batter, your wet batter, your dry batter again, and fry it on up. You could do the same with jackfruit. You could do the same with anything you want to do, really. Someone who doesn't know how to cook good vegan food will look at mushrooms and feel defeated and say, what am I going to do with this? They might just throw it in the skillet with no oil, no seasonings, and steam it. First of all, steamed anything is not good. I know a lot of people try to tell you that it is, but the only things that are steamed that I find to be good are rice, cabbage, and leafy greens. Everything else, I'm gonna need to roast them, saute them, need to do something. It's the same thing. Please don't boil no mushrooms and think that that is going to be a delicious vegan meal. Please. The problem is we've treated vegetables like an afterthought our entire lives. We never truly figured out how to cook vegetables in a way that we'll like them. So of course, when we go vegan and we think to ourselves, oh, we can only have veggies and rice and grains, that don't sound too good. Because the way you're used to cooking them is an afterthought. You put all of your love and time and attention into the meat dishes, and then you leave the other stuff to be second fiddle, to be, fourth chair in the orchestra. Maybe fifth chair, for being honest. So I say all this to say that vegan food is delicious. You just have to know how to prepare it. You have to know how to season it. And most importantly, you have to take the time to reteach yourself how to cook vegan food. So I hope you guys found this helpful. I'm Poppin' and Plant-Based. I cover all things poppin' and all things plant-based. If you're feeling the vibes, you like my hair, or maybe you like what I had to say in the video, like, comment, and subscribe. Happy eating.
Yeah, so I'm looking for somebody that went to college. Someone that's vegan, sophisticated. Yes, are so funny. But I ordered the grits. You want some of it? Where you going?
Okay, I'm gonna do it with you. After you've used